You're listening to Real Estate Coffee Talk. I'm your host, Sarah Hilton, and this is your weekly live coffee date with the who's who from every corner of the real estate industry. Every week, we're spotlighting stories that inspire and tips that empower. So whether you're new to the game or a seasoned pro, there's something for everyone. Now grab your mug and let's get into it. Welcome to Real Estate Coffee Talk.
Thank you
Cheers.
for having me back.
I'm
Cheers.
so glad you're here. I like your cup.
And I love your show, and your show provides a lot of value to our industry and the people that are getting started. So thank you again for having me. It's awesome.
I'm so excited to get it back up. It got a little crazy. If you're listening and don't know, I had a baby in June, and just those last couple of months, I was trying to get things ready on the client side with everything so that I could, maybe take off a couple of days. It didn't work out that way. I had the baby on Friday and I was on a meeting on Monday, but it's all good.
For your daughter. I love that.
Yeah, so it's nice that, there's a trade-off, right, with being entrepreneur. You don't get any paid leave or anything like that. But and I remember with my first son, I had to go back to work when he was 10 weeks old or something, and they're so tiny, and that sucks. So it's fine. She's pretty chill. She's sleeping in the corner now, so let's just hope she'll stay. I'm tired because are you a baseball fan?
I am. I heard about the game yesterday.
Well, let me tell you.
6 hours.
I am tired. I think it was it ended up being 6 hours and 20 something minutes. It's only it didn't break the record miraculously. But it tied for the record for the most innings. I went to bed coming up on the 14th inning, and I'm like, surely this thing is going to be over soon. And I woke up this morning and my husband, I had a text, every 20 minutes, 14th inning, 15th inning, 16th inning. I'm like, wow, it is crazy.
You want this too?
Yeah. So I need to double down. I already had my Bustelo this morning. But anyway, enough about me. Let's get started with you. So Ivan Hernandez is back. If you have been listening to this podcast for a while, he was probably one of the earlier guests we had on the show. And by we, I mean me. But let's just reintroduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about you. Did we meet on Instagram, I guess through NAREP, so we could touch on that quickly later. But tell us about you and everything you've got going on.
No, it's really cool to be here with all of you guys. Last time I was in your show was February 2024. So it's been a minute.
Goodness.
It's been 18 months.
Feels like yesterday. My God. Time goes too fast.
It does feel like yesterday. We did meet through social media because Sarah has a great value for people when it comes to lead generation. Yeah. And I started looking at her content. It was a lot of marketing. And at the time, AI was just kind of getting started. So there wasn't a lot of AI. 18 months later, it's just boom, AI has exploded in front of all of us. Which is very exciting too, because it has a lot of great things for us, for our industry, for how we live daily life. So it's really great. And we also, along the process of us getting to know each other, we realized that we were both serving for NAREP, which is the National Association of Hispanic Real Estate Professionals. She served in the Charlotte chapter, and I'm serving in the West Broward chapter, closer to Fort Lauderdale. And that's another thing that we have in common, and we call each other the NAREP familia, like we do all of our NAREP people across the country.
So good. Really I'm dying to get down to the Fort Lauderdale one. And if you are listening, and whether you're Latino, Latina or not, look up your local NAREP chapter. It's a really great organization doing a lot. I mean, we're not going to, maybe you should come on again and we could talk about this, but I'm only saying it because I was talking to my son about it. He's about to be 20, and so he's in his college doing whatever, and he's sales and finance and all that. And we were talking recently about the knowledge disparity between different minorities. And I remember in one of our NAREP gatherings, they talked, and don't shoot the messenger. I forgot the steady. I can't quote it to you. But I remember there was someone that said that of all the minorities, Latinos were at the bottom of the list as far as their knowledge of how finances work and how to grow wealth. They're really good at paying things in cash and doing all that stuff. But We're just a little bit behind the curve on that. So, really great organization to be a part of. Look it up, NAHREP. They have local chapters and then they also have the national chapter. But we're not here to talk about that today. Much love to Narup. Let's talk about AI. All right. So, one of my favorite topics, it's how we met. It's kind of like how my Instagram started gaining steam when ChatGPT kind of came on the scene. And when I look back at my analytics, it's the thing that people want to know the most about. So tell us, like, I know you remind us like what you do, but I know that you are agent adjacent, right? So you're seeing agents work in the space in and out. Tell us what you do and like how you're seeing agents using AI since we last talked.
Yes. So what I do on a daily basis, I'm a national learning advisor for Anywhere Real Estate, the parent company of organizations like Coldwell Banker, Century 21, ERA Real Estate, six total brands. And I help with productivity training and also product training, which means software, which also means on the productivity side of things is how we can blend in software so that it makes you more productive, so that you can make
Right.
more money in the business. And that's what I do on a daily basis. My niche has always been the new agent. I
Yeah.
love the new agent because when you leave real estate school, you learn all the laws and the rules related to your state, but
And that's
does
it.
that really teach you how to have relationships and conversations with clients? Not so much.
Yeah.
So that's where I come in. And it's just been a blessing. I've been in real estate for about 8 years now. I've worn a lot of hats, all the way from coaching new agents to going into managing the relocation leads for a real estate office. I was the education manager for a real estate office. I've also worked with MLSs. I've been trainer for a realtor association, so I've worn many hats and I'm licensed here in the state of Florida. As you said, yes, I am adjacent. So now I focus mostly on the training side of things. And one of the things that I'm seeing is how AI is really helping individuals with getting more time back into what really matters, which is creating relationships. Because
Right.
imagine if you start your day, let's say 8 in the morning, and you know that you have to write the content for your blog, write the content for an email that you need to send out to all of your leads and all of the people that you're nurturing.
Yeah.
Design, let's say, a script for something to say on social media on your video. I think that just on those three things alone, half of the day is already gone.
Right.
What happened to the time to talk to your clients?
Yes.
That's where AI is really picking up a lot of that heavy lift that before it had to be done manually. Now we just delegate it. Delegation is important.
So I love that you said that, right? Because I think that that's the highest and best use of AI.
Mhm.
Obviously, definitely in the real estate space. And I'm curious what you're seeing because a lot of times, like you said, I'm licensed here, but I don't practice. I'm real estate adjacent now too. But what I'm seeing a lot of times is people go in with that intention, like, okay, I'm going to save time. I'm going to scale. I'm going to take things off my plate that weren't necessarily there. And it ends up a lot of times becoming distraction. One thing I noticed about realtors, and listen, it starts with me. We're a little ADD, we're a little type B, we're a lot of times some of us are like creatively minded and all that stuff. And so it's easy to go in there trying to do one thing. And then before you know it, you've created a marketing plan for 2028, but you haven't pulled your leads that day, right? So what do you think, like, how can agents best kind of laser focus in, or I guess what should they be doing, right? What are just two or three things they could be doing that actually make the biggest impact so they're not spending, they're not going in there to save time and then spending more time getting
Yeah,
distracted doing things that don't need to be done.
absolutely. So right now, what's happening is that there's a lot of information related to AI. AI from here, like today, the day of this recording, Tony Robbins himself is promoting this massive
I saw
podcast
that.
studio, or I don't know, 3 day meeting.
I
Even
saw
Tony
that.
Robbins is in AI. So there's AI coming across all angles.
Also, big publication or online publications like Digital Marketer and Social Media Examiner. A Digital Marketer basically abandoned that page and was like, hey, I'm pivoting to all AI.
Right.
Social Media Examiner, which was like the Bible of social media and trends and all this stuff. Now that guy is like, peace out. I'm doing an AI podcast and
Right.
diving onto AI. So, I mean, everyone's doing it, you know? Okay. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
AI is coming from all angles.
All angles. There you
Here's the
go.
thing. So I met a AI coach earlier that I've done a couple of coaching sessions with. Her name
Right.
is Celeste Yamil. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And one of the things that she taught me at the very beginning that I realized that it happens not only with AI, but with anything that we learn in life. We can write and have a whole notebook filled with notes, and we put them and we write them down. If we don't implement it right away, if we wait for tomorrow, or maybe I'll do it during the weekend, it's going to just rack up a lot of dust because
Yeah.
we typically life comes and we postpone it or leave it to the side. And
Mm-hmm.
all of that knowledge that we're getting, if we don't implement it right away, we're not practicing it and we're not making it consistent for us to implement as part of our day-to-day activities. And that's something that I learned this year. And I'm like, you know what? That's made a difference because I learned something, I really like it. And within the next 24 hours, I implement it. Even
There
if
you
I
go.
make a mistake,
Right.
I will learn from the mistakes and I will be able
Absolutely.
to adopt it as part of my day-to-day activities.
I noticed with me for sure. I mean, I'm putting in so many things in ChatGPT and getting ideas and all that stuff. But what happens is, and you know, ChatGPT, it likes to egg you on, right? I'll ask it for this. It'll give me results like, now, do you want to do this? And I'm like, sure, let's do it. And then before you know it, you have this whole thing and you're like, oh my God, what did I even come here for? You know? So knowing what agents, specifically, let's say newer agents, because I'm sure top producers aren't necessarily listening to my podcast. They don't need me, right? But let's talk like people early in their career or people that are really struggling to like get over that hump. What's the lowest hanging fruit that agents can jump on to use AI and to see results? Definitely implementing whatever they learn, but what should they be chasing after? Because they don't always need to start a blog. Like, I wouldn't say that that's like the first thing they should do, right? So what are those things you think they should tackle using AI and implement right away, and they'll start to see, you know, fairly quick results in their business?
And you're being listened to a lot of top producers too. People in the area know, yeah,
I hope so.
absolutely. You deliver
Come on,
value.
top
I'm
producers.
telling you.
Yeah, yeah.
I am telling you, you are being the top producers. And one of the things that I'm going to say about AI, and this has happened in the month of October, has kind of been the buzzword, at least from what I've seen,
Yeah.
is the creation of video. So we have several tools that can help us create video using AI. We're talking about Sora, right? Which is part of ChatGPT.
ChatGPT.
We're
Yep.
talking about Meta AI, which is part of Facebook and Meta and Instagram and all of that. So that has its own tool. Now you have Google in the mix.
Yeah.
And Google is also bringing through Gemini, it's also bringing image creation. Image creation is also part of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Internally in our company, we're using Microsoft Copilot. It also creates video. So I'm going to say, considering that many of the social platforms prioritize video, that's a good opportunity for people to simply get involved, try out a few videos that it creates, have some fun in the process,
Right.
create something right away, even if it's something silly. Maybe like have the picture of yourself becoming, I don't know, Elvis Presley, let's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
say. But at
Yeah.
least you tried it, and at least you know, hey, it works. And then
Well,
from
and
there,
that's
you're
also
like,
when, because I saw an agent doing that. It was like clearly, I mean, there's some AI videos that trick you, and then there's some that, you know, that you can clearly tell they're AI. But the ones that are almost like funny or different, whatever, like you're saying, those are actually good for what I like to call pattern interrupt. They're so crazy that when they come across your timeline, you're like, why is this full blown lady in a Superman suit? You know? And so it stops the scroll, right? So I admit I have not delved into the video too much, but I did try a site, and I want to get your suggestions because I know you know of one that's probably better. But I tried a site for a client of mine who he did like 5 video. It's almost like he was drunk one day, not actually drunk, but like he was feeling good about life, and he hired a videographer, did these videos. So he sent me, when we started working together, like 5 videos. The thing is, A, there's only 5 of them. B, they're about a low inventory in Charlotte and prices going crazy. They're just like not relevant right now anymore. And I've been telling him, hey, here's a script, edit it for me. I mean, record it, I'll edit it for you, I'll post it. And it's just, he's not budging, right? So I uploaded a screenshot of him in this video, because he had a studio behind him and all that. I put it in a website called HeyGen, HeyGen. I'm sorry, GEN. And I just put in like a quick, like 2-sentence little script. But you can use the AI voices, or you can upload a sample of your own voice. And I'm telling you, Ivan, what it spit out was pretty good. It even had like, mannerisms. Now, if you know him in real life, you could probably tell they're not his exact mannerisms, but it was like you said, it was good enough. That got me excited. So tell us the video platforms you're using. I know you mentioned, let me go to my notes. Jason, JSON. All right. So tell us a little bit about it. What is it? How does it work? How can agents use it? All that fun stuff.
So Jason, when I first heard of Jason, I'm like, oh, great, another influencer.
Yeah, yeah. I know.
No, Jason actually stands for, it's an acronym, it's JSON, and it stands for JavaScript Object Notation. How
Okay.
does that even relate to me? Well, it's
Right.
a code that if it provides much more direction to an LLM, right?
Okay.
Through AI, like ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Anthropic, all of those, right?
All those. Yeah.
So what I understood with video is, I mean, let's say that we're creating, I don't know, an email.
Yeah.
We can go into tools like ChatGPT and say, write an email for a new client that I'm currently pitching my services to. I'm a real estate agent based out of Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and explain some of the value. Great, right?
Right.
That is your prompt. But when we started playing around with video, I started noticing that yes, it created some video, but not to the extent and the fine tuning that I wanted. For instance, it would
Right.
create videos that were 16 by 9. Maybe I wanted it for Instagram and needed to be a ratio of 4 by 3.
Right.
So these JSON scripts are going to give you that code that is going to give more direction to whichever AI tool that you're using.
Nice.
And this is to create video in which you necessarily don't even have to upload a picture of yourself. You just upload a picture of like a selfie of you, and then it'll
Right.
turn it into Elvis Presley, let's say,
Right. Right.
selling real estate or showing a home. The question is, well, Ivan, we're all real estate agents, we're all entrepreneurs, we really don't know code. I don't know code either. So
Right.
that's where you can tap into your AI, whichever your AI tool is, or look it up through a search engine and look up
Right.
JSON generators. And you're going to say your idea. Let's say your idea is have me as a real estate agent looking like Elvis Presley showing homes to a family. Make sure that this video is optimized to be shown as a reel on Instagram. Develop the JSON script for me. And then it'll spit out the whole code, which you can then copy and paste right into tools like Meta AI. You have the Sora
Yeah.
from ChatGPT,
Right.
Beo from Gemini, which is the
I've
one
seen
from
that
Google,
one.
just to
Right.
name a few.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's something that I have been experimenting with.
Working with.
It
Yeah.
created very, very nice videos. I'm like, wow, this looks like it was produced by, a Hollywood production agency. No, it was done in less than 3 minutes. The
Oh,
whole process, copying and pasting.
is there a cost to the Jason stuff, or your only costs are with whatever AI tool you're going to use to create the actual video?
There's cost on some of them. For
Right.
instance, Google BO 3.1 is going to give you some free ones for the day, and then after that, it'll say, "Hey, you need to increase your membership with Google Gemini." Um, Sora, the one from ChatGPT, doesn't.
Yeah.
To get into Sora, you just need an invite code, which,
Right.
quite frankly, just ask around your sphere.
Is
Hey, have you
everywhere.
used Sora? Have you used
Right.
Sora? Someone can just give you an invite code,
Right.
and it lets you
And if
use.
I find one, I'll put it in the show notes for you guys.
Yeah.
I haven't used Sora yet,
I'll
but yeah.
send you one. I'll
Oh
send you
yeah.
an invite and then
All right,
spread
cool.
spread
So
the wealth.
Ivan will send it in the show notes for you guys. I'll have it.
Spread the wealth for
Courtesy of
sure.
Ivan.
Yeah. And that's one of the ways that you can generate video like that. I like what
Yeah.
you said about Heijen.
Yeah.
Let me tell you a story. So about 4 weeks ago, so I have this Monday show. It's called Marketing Monday, in which
Yeah.
I provide just in general tips for real estate agents and small business owners to increase their marketing on Mondays.
Right.
Concentrate heavily on real estate and maybe promoting certain things here in South Florida.
Yeah.
I've been very focused on having it every Monday, rain or shine, because consistency is
That's
key.
good. Oh,
The thing is, I
100%.
was very sick four
Yeah.
weeks ago,
Oh
and I'm
gosh.
like, I got to produce a show. I really don't feel like doing this recording. So what did I do? I used something similar to HeyGen. I used the Captions app.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I've
Captions
used that one before too.
Captions
Hmm.
app does something similar. You upload a picture or you upload, it even prompts you to take like video images of yourself so that it can
Yeah.
get your
Your
sides
angles.
and
Yeah.
then exactly your angles. And then you tell it, produce a video of me with something related to marketing to brand new people that are coming to South Florida. And then
Yeah.
it'll spit out the script and it'll have your voice. It'll also go through an exercise of learning your voice
Yeah.
and then it produces the video. And what I like about Captions too is Captions edits the video for you. So it provides transitions, it
Yes.
provides with the sounds. It's I call it I don't know if anyone here remembers from the Jetsons back in the day where
Yeah.
you
That
would
was
take
my
something,
jam.
you would put it into the machine and it would come
Yeah.
out. This is the same
Yes.
raw
Isn't that
video.
so weird? We are living
We're living
the
it.
Jetsons. Okay, well, so normally she naps for 2 hours. Here we are. We're just going. Say hi.
Hi,
We're
beauty.
just
Why
we're
you?
just going for it today. So I guess my follow-up question to that would be, and only because I'm thinking this is what agents are gonna think, right? And I have my own feelings about it, but if agents are using this, I think that they're going to wonder, okay, A, is it going to come across like it's going to look fake? Or is there almost going to be a disconnect because people are going to think that's not really me on camera? I'm not building an authentic relationship. What would be your response to that?
Here's my take on it. And this is what that experience 4 weeks ago when I was ill taught
Yeah.
me. Definitely maintain yourself and your authenticity. So if you can produce actual videos, continue doing that
Right.
because
Right.
it's going to get to the point where if it's not that we're reaching that already, people are going to be able to tell if something was created by a robot or
Right.
whether it was you actually doing it. Like I can see
Right.
it now when people post things online and it's written. If I see those long hyphens, I know it was AI.
Right. Everyone
So
except my dad can tell what's AI or not. He keeps sending me stuff. I'm like, Dad,
right.
oh gosh. But yeah,
So with the video
eventually, yeah.
part, eventually, yeah, with the
Yeah.
video part, people are gonna catch that as well. And
Right.
authentic relationships are going to be the real goal.
Yeah.
People are going to want to say, you know what, I don't want to go with the robot. I want to go with AI. AI is here to help us, absolutely. But if
Right.
there's a point in which you can still be authentic, like your image, your
Yeah.
words, and doing a video, still have access to that. But in my case, since I had to produce that video and I wanted to stay consistent with it, what I did is I delegated to AI, and
Yeah.
AI still helped me maintain the consistency of my video. As a matter of fact, that video, the way that I shaped the context is staying consistent. Now that I remember, it's like
Right.
today I'm feeling a little under the weather, but it doesn't mean that Marketing Monday has to stop. And here's an idea for you: start creating videos using artificial
To
intelligence
fill in.
so that you can stay more relevant on camera with your consumer base.
Right. So that you hit the nail on the head. It's about allowing you to scale your business, but also allowing for consistency because I think people get, overwhelmed. Every class I teach on video and content, all they're like, how much do I have to post? How much do I have to post? And I'm like, listen, I really think there's no one right number. I've been in trainings with Meta, right? Meta staff where they give you suggestions. Even them, it's very, loosey goosey. It's really what's going to engage your people. That's always going to be way more important than how often you post. I think if you can use that to like get your face out there, start getting your feet wet with AI, posting video, getting comfortable with that. You can use, let's say on Instagram specifically, you can use stories to show behind the scenes of your day, to show the actual you, to build trust. AI can kind of be the little foundation that you have, whether you're out showing homes, whether you're sick, at least you have some of this content filling your page. And you can, I would definitely make it about relevant topics and things that people are searching for and wanting to know. That's another angle of it. I wouldn't say that it's bad, or I wouldn't worry about it being fake or anything like that. Everyone's using, including the White House. But let's not let's not even go there.
Another topic.
Okay. So I had another question for you. But speaking of authenticity, it's funny now that I've been thinking of it, because I'll be honest, I've been really stressed about getting back on this podcast, doing videos, because of the way my life looks right now, right? I have a baby home. I feel like it looks unprofessional. I mean, you're a guy, but like women, after they have a baby, you don't look the same. You don't feel the same. My nails haven't been done in I don't know how long. So I have not wanted to get online and show myself because I don't like the way I look. I don't, my life. But because I've had those feelings in my head lately, I've been kind of looking at content and I'm seeing it through that lens. And there was a girl, and she's actually going to be on the podcast. Well, I'm interviewing her tomorrow, but she shared how her business, she's not a realtor, but how her business, this is the worst year she's ever had. Her bank accounts were getting really, really low.
Wow.
That's brave of her to share, right? And while I had seen her content, I told her, you being authentic actually is what connected me to your content, right? I followed you, but I kind of forgot I even followed her. But there are certain things like me and you, we may have connected on, AI. But I mean, we may have followed each other because of AI, but we connected because of NARAP and all this stuff. So
Yeah.
the more you can be authentic, you can do that with AI video. It's just, what are the stories you're going to tell? What else are you going to do surrounding that? You don't have to necessarily be afraid of, it looking fake. You almost be authentic with the fact that you're just using this tool, you're trying it, you're testing out, you're on the cutting edge. And that in itself, I think, is an authentic way to market. If that,
Yes.
I know I went around in circles right there, but sorry, go ahead.
No, it's not perfection is really what connects us as humans.
Right.
Because we're not perfect.
Yeah.
If you think of a traditional podcast,
Yeah.
we wouldn't have a baby on board. However,
Right.
you're a mother, right? You're an entrepreneur. You're getting your show back on your feet, and your baby was being a baby.
Yeah.
You needed attention.
Just doing her
What are you
thing.
going to do? You're going to bring the baby on camera. And this is what makes you authentic. This is what makes you connect.
Right.
Also,
Right.
with those young female entrepreneurs that are wanting to get themselves out there as well.
Yeah.
And it hasn't been an easy year overall in this industry.
Right.
We probably have come from a year of a lot of challenges for a lot of people.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Long days on market, high inventory amounts, buyers still on the fence because of interest rates, all of
It's
the things
rough.
that are happening with the government. So a lot of variables, right?
Yeah.
And just showing the fact that people are thinking outside of the box to still get out there and figure out ways, including the use of AI to put themselves out there, are going to
Yeah.
resonate with the people. And one of the things that I was listening to on another podcast earlier this year. So, the BAM,
Yeah.
I forget what
Media.
they stand for. Yeah, BAM
Broke
Media. Yes.
agent.
So, broke agent, yes.
Yeah.
So, they were talking about this guy called, his name is Alex Hormozy.
Oh yeah.
And he's a great marketer, and he had a session in Las Vegas to meet with 100 entrepreneurs so that they could pick on his mind and his brain and
Yeah.
get the latest tips for marketing. And there
Right.
was a question that they asked him, and they said, does the amount of posts online on social media, does it relate to the amount of success or added business opportunities as entrepreneurs? And he said, yes, the more that you're out there, the more that people are going to see you, the more that you're going to be relevant in their mind. And
Yeah.
considering that there's so many individuals marketing themselves out there, if
Mm-hmm.
you stay consistent, and this is the reason why my Marketing Monday show, I will have it on a Monday. I don't care
No
what's
matter
happening,
what.
it will air on a Monday. I need to
Yeah.
stay consistent. And that's the consistency that little by little people are going to start thinking, okay, yes, I remember Ivan. That's the guy that does the marketing tips. And it's
For
helped
sure.
me because some individuals have approached me and they have said, "Hey, can you help me with giving me some marketing strategies?"
Oh yeah,
And little
absolutely.
by little,
You don't even notice
right,
until people come to you. Like you don't think people are watching or looking or listening, but it does. It builds up over time.
yeah,
It's funny that we're talking about AI and authenticity in the same conversation. I
hmm,
actually love it because it's kind of like a two-sided coin, but together they work so well. So definitely use that AI, but there's a way to use it while being authentic at the same time. You can use your AI person to get on there and talk about. I wouldn't shy away from the struggles in the market if that's what you want to talk about. The fact that this has been your hardest year in the market or anything like that. There's definitely ways to be your most authentic self, but still use AI to scale your business and make your marketing happen and do all that.
and even through that, even through, let's say, challenges and using AI as a way to help you use those challenges as a platform to inspire people. You
Yeah.
can use easily a GP,
Yeah.
train the GPT to talk like you so that
Yes.
it avoids things like those long words or
Right.
the hyphens, sounding more natural, and then using challenges that maybe you as an agent or as a small business owner have faced and putting them out there because it's going to resonate with certain individuals. And those
Oh yeah.
people are going to be able to look at you as someone, as a leader, someone that is willing to get out there and just say, hey, this is happening. But hey, don't let
Yeah.
it go down. One of those individuals has been Ricky Carruth, a real estate influencer and coach. And he has used some of the challenges to motivate people. Hey, this year hasn't been easy, but you are every single day, you're getting out there and you are proving everyone that you can stay consistent.
Yeah.
And when all of this ends, because at some point the rain on a storm has to end.
Right, right. The sun will come out
When the
tomorrow,
sun
as
begins
Annie
to
said.
shine, you're going to be able to reap those benefits and reap that.
1000%. Like the work that agents are doing right now. I had a talk with a client who it's funny. So around this time last year, things were slow for her, and she was one of the top 1% in Charlotte. So it's she had been doing very well. Things were slowing down, and I remember she told me, now I make fun of her, but she's like, I'm broke, and she was like, I think I need to stop my services with you and all this stuff. And I was like, hey, that's fine. But I'm telling you, if you push through now, you're going to be way better off than people who actually quit right now. So we can do whatever you want. It's not about me making money off of you. And she pushed through and she has closed, I think she's at 32, 33 million right now
Nice.
this year. So it's always, and I was like, remember you said you were broke, which she was not even broke, but yeah, it's just what you do now. And there are things you can do for free. You don't have to spend money. It's just a
Yeah,
matter of effort and pushing through when
of
things
course.
seem really, testy. Ivan, one last question for you. We may kind of have talked in it, but I guess what would your number one, like if agents can walk away with anything today, what would you say that they should do now? What's a quick action thing that they can do? And you may have already
If
talked
they
about
get
it.
some advice about AI, implement it within that same day.
Okay.
That's for me,
Love
that
that.
has been a game changer. When I learned that from my coach, from
Yeah.
Celeste, is like, if you don't do it, it'll literally gather dust.
Yes.
Implemented that same day. Even if you fail, first you're going to be proud of yourself of just
That you
trying
did.
it.
Right.
But also, if
Right.
it works out, it's going to be something that you can use as a tool to
Right.
further increase your reach with other consumers. So
Right.
definitely do that. Try it.
And when you have too much piled up, it just becomes overwhelming. It becomes just a bigger and a bigger mountain to climb.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I love that. Okay, Ivan, where can I'm going to link all his information in the
Of
show
course.
notes. We'll put the Jason thing in there. We'll put Sora, everything we have. But where can they find you on social media?
Yes, so they can find me. My handle is it's Ivan 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 .h for Instagram and Facebook, and then for LinkedIn is the same thing. It's Ivan H, but without the dot. So
Perfect.
it's Ivan H, all
It's
one word for
it's
LinkedIn, and you can find Ivan Hernandez. I look forward to connecting with you guys, and there's a lot of stuff to explore. I love this time that we are in because AI is just a new frontier and we're all exploring it together. If
right.
we fail learning something, okay, good. We learn by failing. But when we succeed, we're going to feel very proud of ourselves, first of all. And second of all, we're going to get a great tool to use our advantage. So
Right.
thank you
And
for
when
the
we
invite,
come
Teddy.
back on this show in 18 months, just imagine where AI will be. Follow Ivan for when you're feeling unmotivated because this guy does not stop. Like, do you ever sleep? He's just out and about. And plus, you know, you live in Fort Lauderdale, so your scenery is always beautiful in your pictures and stuff. But yeah, he's a great resource to follow. Thank you so much.
Thank
Let's
you
do
for
a little
that.
rapid fire. What'd you say?
Thank you for that. Thank you
Ah,
for that.
yes. No, seriously, you're I mean, I love your stuff. And you're always so positive and, you know. Anyway, okay, we probably went over this, but summer or winter?
A winter all the way.
What are you doing living in Fort Lauderdale?
I'm here. I'm here because I like the area. I really
Yeah.
love the things that are there to do. You get used to the heat.
Yeah,
And I think
yeah.
that's what reason why I like the winter because it's not
Yeah,
something
because you
I
don't get it.
experience all the time.
Right, right. That's true.
The thing
Yeah.
that I love about the winter is imagine just a cold, crisp day without a cloud in the sky. The
I
sun is
know.
just shining.
Those
I
are the
love those
best.
cold days. Those are
I
the
know.
best.
It's just starting to get a little chilly here. It was a little chilly over the weekend. I was like, all right. I mean, I definitely kind of like the four seasons. And I will just do one more for you because before she freaks out. But Disney or Universal?
Universal. Universal, I think that they have activities for all ages.
Yes.
Disney does too, but I
And
think Universal.
it's a little less crazy.
Yeah.
It's a little less crazy. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the show. If you're not
Thank-
watching, we're going to take a little selfie. I'm trying
So
to
good
be
to meet
better
you,
at
Judy.
taking a picture. Stop. Say hi. Okay. All right. 1, 2. Okay. Can you be nice for the picture?
Oh,
Okay.
all
1,
right.
2, 3. I think I got it. Okay. When the camera is coming. All right. Thank you so much for being on. I really appreciate your time.
Hey,
Follow Ivan. Check the show
thank you for
notes.
having me.
Thanks so much for listening to this episode of Real Estate Coffee Talk. If you enjoyed it, please take a moment to subscribe and leave us a review. It really helps. If you'd like to be featured on the show, you can get that information right in the show notes. Be sure to tune in next week for another new episode. And until then, keep your dreams big and your mugs full. See you next week.